still J mains, but the J advanced questions,
Mm-hmm.
uh, in
Yeah, yeah.
when I'm doing J advanced question, most of the question I'm not able to solve. Like
Yeah, yeah.
almost
Advanced questions,
50 to 60%.
yes, sir. Multi option questions, right?
Yes, sir. I
Mm.
just get wrong, sir. Like there are three options correct. I'll just take two, and
Yes.
then
But Anirudh, once if you each and every question when you are solving why it is wrong, why it is correct, if you can try to understand how much knowledge you will get, J advance if you write properly.
yes, sir.
Try to do that.
Sir, but
Uh,
sir, but it takes so much time, and then I'm not able to focus on other subjects, and then it's
yeah,
like
yeah. Yes. But
I'm not able to
what I can say
manage
to you,
time.
see, just when you get free time, like when you are watching TV or something, take one question from advance.
So I don't
Try
get
to focus on that. No free time.
no free time, sir. Sometimes chemistry, then maths, then physics, and after that some concept gets mismatched. Then again I need to revise, and then it's,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not. I'm just. Sometimes I feel so demotivated, so like I'm not able to
But
do it.
no, no, no.
But
See, the way how we are utilizing time, that is very important. You can do another, because when you are able to solve mains, advanced also you can solve very similar,
and
not that
then
much level, but you have to push up yourself. Like, yeah, I can do.
so these silly mistakes, sir.
Mm.
In this test also, I did five silly mistake, and four I didn't get it, and
After
then
once if you check, you will feel that.
yes, sir, I saw it, and it was like just a silly mistake, sir.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Don't worry, nothing is there. But everything, whatever we are writing here in college or everything is practice for you. So if you make mistakes, nothing will happen, but you can rectify. But whatever you are doing mistakes, you should not repeat that.
yes,
That's
sir.
what I want. Okay, practice well. How much you can do. Remaining, God grace. We can't do
Yes,
anything.
sir.
Okay, do your level best. That's what you can do. And whatever you are doing, that's correct. And how much you are doing, that's your level best. I can understand, and you will get on fine day. You will get the good result also. But you don't stop it. That I am unable to solve the advanced level, so I can't solve. Don't feel like that first. Okay, no one can solve each and everything. And remember that no one can solve each and everything. Some members can solve some questions, some members can solve some questions. But if you practice, then there is a chance to do, right? So do hard work
Yes,
first.
sir.
Don't believe hard work. One fine day you will get.
Okay, sir.
And once if you complete the first part, once again we will revise each and everything. That time I will explain only JE advanced, that type of question, multi option questions only I will explain. Okay, I will
Okay,
start
sir.
like that. I will prepare questions previous year and before previous year, which type of question they given in the advance, that I will teach. That time I will tell to remaining person, those who are going to write competitive examination, that persons can enter. Remaining, no need to write, no need to attend the class, like that I will inform. Okay, so I will start even that type of classes also.
Sir,
Okay.
I'm having problem in the Kirchhoff laws question for the electricity question, electricity chapter, sir, current electricity.
Okay. Okay, Kushi, we will solve even that. Okay. Once if we complete the 7 lessons, one part if I complete, then I will come back to the first. That time I don't explain each and everything. Just which one you didn't understand that part, and on that part problems I will explain. That's all. But each and everything again once I will give what we have discussed in that lesson, which topics are important, and some other problems I will explain. Okay, 5 classes even like that only I will take. Each and every class, one lesson I will take, and I will give you nice information that time. Okay, then we can go to next part. Okay, Kushi, I will teach you. Don't worry. Even Rachina also, Papa, she sent questions. That is whatever Rachina sent, even though that is also on the Kirchhoff laws only. So we have to focus more on that. And even today they given problems basing on Kirchhoff law. Okay, we will solve that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Some questions I got, sir. Few
Mm-hmm.
questions are like finding the total current, like that I didn't get.
Okay. We will solve again. We will come back. We will come back to the first lesson. What are the important concepts and which problems are very difficult? That problem solving we will solve. Okay, but theory is your responsibility, because theory I completed. You have to prepare theory well. Problems I will come again. I will come back to each and every lesson. Okay. Electromagnetic induction problems. Some more problems we will solve. It will be useful even for CBSE, PUC, for everything.
Sir,
Harsh, tell me, Harsh.
sir, what about eddy current, sir?
I will teach when I am teaching alternating currents. Okay, I will teach alternating current. That time I will teach.
Okay, sir.
So many topics in this electromagnetic induction. We can discuss in the alternating currents. That time I will tell you. Okay, that topic. It's easy. Just eddy current is nothing but surface currents. How it will occur, what is the use, I will tell you. Okay, that is 2 more question.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. The magnetic field in a certain region is given by B bar equal to 4 I cap minus K cap Tesla. How much magnetic flux, can passes through the loop of area 0.1 meter square area 1 meter square in this area in this region if the loop lies flat on the xy plane. The magnetic field in a certain region is given by B bar is equal to 4 I cap minus K cap Tesla, because magnetic field we will measure in Tesla. How much magnetic flux passes through the loop of area 0.1 meter square, area in this region if the loop lies flat on the xy plane. So it lies on the xy plane. Suppose it is x and it is y, loop it is on the xy plane. If it is in the xy plane, what is the direction of, now we have to, that is the xy plane, feel like that. Now what they have given, right? Given B bar equal to 4 I cap minus K cap. Okay, how much magnetic flux passes through the loop? Okay, flux they are asking, flux equal to, magnetic flux equal to B bar dot A bar, right? Now what is, we want area, how much given area, tell me what is the area they given? Hello, what is the area they given?
0.1.
What is 0? 0 point, it is area is a vector quantity, right? So 0.1, which direction?
So it can be any like k. It can be k cap also, and it can be negative k cap also.
So give k cap, because mostly take positive. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so that's what. Now you can solve this one. So flux equal to, see, question is very big, but when they have given area, if you don't know this, just area vector lies in the z direction, so k cap. If we don't know that, this question we can't solve. Just small point. So if you want to solve now, 4 I cap minus k cap dot 0.1 k cap. Now I dot I cap dot k cap, how much? I cap dot k cap, how much?
0.
0, obviously. K cap dot k cap, how much?
1.
1. So 0.1, right? Minus, like, minus 0.1, minus 0.1 kg, yeah?
Weber.
Yeah, we have tried Weber. That's all. See, once in that question, in this question, just if you don't know area, we have to represent like this. How they have represented? Remember that they have place in the xy plane. When they have place in the xy plane, area vector direction will be in the z direction. Okay? Clear? Kushi, Likita, Rachana, what happened? Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, question is very big, but answer just it is in the small point. But when we are writing examination, we will leave the concept. We will try to find the options. Next question. A magnetic,
Sir, the screen is blurred. We literally can't see anything, sir.
is it?
It was blurred for a second, sir. Now it's fine.
Okay. A magnetic field of flux density 10 Tesla acts normal to a coil of 50 tons having 100 centimeter square area. Find induced EMF induced induced if, sorry, induced EMF if the coil is removed from the magnetic field in 0.1 second. See that question. A magnetic field, a flux density is 10 Tesla. So magnetic field they given 10 Tesla. Acts normal to the coil of 50 turns. Okay, 50 number of turns, and area given 100 centimeter square. Time given dt. So when coil is in the magnetic field, so flux is linked with the coil given. B equal to 10 Tesla, area equal to 100 centimeters square, that means 100 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter square. So finally we'll get 10 to the power of minus 2 meter square.
Sir,
Hello.
sir, what? I understand what is flux density.
Flux density means how many magnetic lines of force will be passed through the area. So when the magnetic lines of force passing perpendicularly through area, if flux is more, that means magnetic field is more. If flux is less number of force are passing in the more area, then magnetic field strength is less. So flux density means how many magnetic lines of force are passing, that much of magnetic field will be there. So that is the density. Density means more number of lines are passing. So that means more number of force, number of lines of force are passing. That means density is magnetic field is 10 Tesla.
Okay, sir.
Your magnetic field is depending on the magnetic lines of force density. And dt given small time, like they have given from the magnetic field in 1 second, 0.1 second. So what happened now? Find the induced EMF, and n equal to 50 turns. Magnetic field flux density 10 Tesla, normal to the coil of 50 turns, n given, area given, find induced EMF. Now that coil is in the magnetic field. When the coil is in the magnetic field, what is the how to calculate induced EMF? What is the induced EMF formula? E equal to d phi by dt. Where is the phi? Phi we have to calculate, right? So phi 1 equal to, what is the formula? What is the formula?
BA, sir. BA.
BA. BA. That's all.
Uh,
Cos
cos
theta.
theta.
BA cos theta. If it is one coil, but how many coils are there?
50.
So what will happen?
50 into.
NBA cos theta, because number of turns. Okay. Let's see. N equal to how much? 50. B equal to 10. A equal to 10 to the power of minus 2. What about cos theta? Cos theta will become 1. Theta equal to 0. Area vector and magnetic field lines both are in the same direction. So it will become 1. So total you will get 5 Weber. 5 Weber. If the coil is removed from the magnetic field, what will happen?
Magnetic field lines will decrease.
If you remove the coil from the magnetic field, what will happen?
All
What is the flux, sir?
field, it will
How much flux?
0.
0. Now they are asking induced EMF, right? How much induced EMF now? E equal to
So phi 2 minus phi 1.
phi 2 how much? 0 minus
0.
5 by
0.1.
How much will you get? Right?
Yes, sir.
50 volt. And no need to give negative. Why?
Sir,
Because
can you repeat that why that phi 2 is 0, sir? I got disconnected because power went.
yeah. See, up to here, whatever calculate induced EMF we are calculating. So pi 1 we calculated this much. But what happened means if the coil is removed from magnetic field this much time. So once if they have removed coil from the magnetic field, flux is 0. So that means they have given two fluxes. One is initial flux, second one is final flux. When the coil is present in the magnetic field, when you remove the magnetic from the magnetic field. Okay. So we have to use after E equal to phi 2 minus phi 1 by dt. So E equal to phi by 0.1. So you will get 50 volt. Okay. Clear? Kushi, clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, EMF cannot be negative, sir.
EMF, yeah, EMF can be direction. Induced EMF direction is opposite, right? So E equal to minus d phi by dt. So here minus is representing that induced EMF is induced EMF direction is opposite to the cause produced by it. It can be negative is direction there.
Okay,
It can
sir.
be, yeah. I written only just magnitude is 50. One more question. The magnetic flux through coil, a coil is varying according to the relation, according to the relation flux equal to 4t cube plus 5t square plus 8t power minus 3 plus 5 Weber. Calculate the induced calculate the induced current through coil at t equal to 2 seconds if the resistance of the coil is 3.1 ohm. What's the solution? Given flux equal to 4t square plus 4t cube plus 5t square 8t power minus 3 plus 5 Weber, and they have given time equal to 2 seconds and resistance equal to 3.1 ohm. They are asking what? Calculate induced current. Induced current. So I is equal to E by R. If you want to calculate I is equal to E by R, first we have to calculate E. So what is the E? E equal to d phi by dt. So E equal to d by dt of phi 4t cube plus 5t square plus 8t cube plus 5. Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Calculate that. What will happen if you differentiate? If you differentiate 4t cube, what will you get?
12t square.
Very good. Plus
10t.
10t plus now. Now how much will you get?
Minus 24 8.
Yes.
Minus 24
Minus
by
24 t power
minus 2. Minus 4.
T minus 4, sir.
yes, t power minus 4 and 5 no need to write 0, that is because d by dt of constant is 0 and t they given, right? T how much given? 2 seconds. So 12 into 2 square plus 10 into 2 minus 24 into 2 power minus 4. What will you get? 4 into 12, 48 plus 20. Here 48 plus 20. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. So 24 by 16. Can we write like this? 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. 16 power minus 4. That means, sorry, 2 power minus 4. That means it will be in the denominator, right? We can write like this. If you see nothing, just this term we can write 24 by 2 power 4. That's all. 2 power 4 means 16. 24 is 24 only. Solve this. 60 minus 24 by 16.
0.5.
How much?
66.5.
Okay, 66.5 volt. That is E. So they are asking current. I is equal to 66.5 by 3.1. See once how much? 66.5 by 3.1. 3 3s 2 3s are
So 21.45.
21.45 ampere. That's all. Just what they have given and what we have to calculate. If you write in that, it is the we have to calculate I. So E by R. Where is E? E equal to d phi by dt. Then we have to substitute. Then we should see once the next question. It will be different concept. You will get the different concept now. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now see the question. You will get different concept. A rod of iron. This type of sums important. Fixed at one end is rotating with the angular velocity 200 radius per second about the fixed end in a magnetic field. In a magnetic field of 0.2 Tesla. Find induced EMF. Find induced EMF between the center and far end of the rod. Concept. First write what they have given. See once what they have given. A rod of iron fixed at one end let here we have to consider actually length equal to 1 meter. We have to consider, actually they will give, they didn't give. Length equal to 1 meter. Magnetic field is equal to 0.2 Tesla. And angular velocity. So angular velocity they have given. What is the angular velocity symbol? Do you have idea angular? What is the relation between angular velocity and linear velocity? Hello.
V is equals to omega r.
Yes. See, if it is the rod, remember, one end is fixed. One more end you are moving. That you have to remember. So V is omega equal to 200 rad per second. 200 rads per second. What is the velocity of first one end? V1 equal to how much there?
0.
0. V2 equal to how much? V2 equal to?
Sir, 200?
Vt equal to velocity at second end,
Omega
because
into R.
omega L,
Yes, sir.
because V is equal to R omega. Omega is their omega. R is the radius, but here length only, it's radius. Okay. So what is the total average velocity? V average. V average is equal to V1 plus V2 by 2. So WL by omega L by 2. It is the V average. Now, which formula we have to use to calculate EMF? Which formula we have to use to calculate EMF? Hello, Anirudh. Which formula we have to use? Now it is the current wire.
BLV.
Yes. E is equal to BLV. E equal to BLV. How much? Omega L by T. Sorry, omega L by 2. So E equal to B, how much? 0.2. L equal to 1. And omega equal to 200. L equal to again 1 by 2. Calculate this. 0.2 into 100.
20.
20 volt. But tell me the answer. Find induced EMF between center and far end of the rod. So center and far end. Induced EMF, is it be the same or different? Hello?
Difference as a velocity or different?
Angular velocity is not different. Linear velocity is different. Angular velocity same. Angular velocity between these two are same.
So the velocity, linear velocity is different. So the
Here
EMF
directly
will
they
be
given angular velocity, right? And linear velocity we have taken average. So when you are taking average, everything is same, right? That's why we have taken average. If you take individually, then it is different. So total we have taken average. That average only we have substituted. This is average velocity. Now we can say that induced EMF is same, because we have considered average velocity.
So I didn't get
Anirudh, we didn't take separate velocities. First, I
Yes,
have
sir.
taken here this velocity and this velocity. Average I calculated.
Yes, sir. But sir, if I take like the point in the middle, if it's L by 2, then the linear velocity will be omega L by 2, and the average will be omega L by 4. So the
Wait.
EMF will be
Here linear velocity how much?
at the center. It will be omega L by 2, right?
Means that
Because
means
it's
average
if
only,
L
right?
by 2. Yes, sir. Sir, I was talking about like
Okay.
if I take another point.
Yes. One more point we can do. It is a EMF at a center. Here omega L only we can write, right? That's what you are saying, right?
Yes, sir. So if it was not L length, if it was L by 2 length rod, then the linear velocity will change, right?
L by 2. Length is L by 2. So V2 equal to omega L by 2.
Yes, sir. And then average will be 0 plus omega L by 2 by 2. So it will be omega L by
L
4.
by 4.
Yes.
Okay, that time it will be different. Yes, it is for a length we have to.
Similarly, the far end and the center, the um, EMF produced will be 0. Means difference, sir. Like
Difference is,
at center it will be 0. At far end it will be 20 volts.
yes, center 0. Take it is the far end. That's why we calculate average. Center is, you can take 0. Okay. This far end. Then center omega L by omega L by 4 will come here. L is
Yes,
L
sir,
by.
if I take the center point, like if I exclude the
Yes, it is omega L by 4. Then length will be here. We have to take a L by 2.
L by 2.
So it will become, right?
Yes, sir. So this is when we take a rod of, I mean, we exclude the half part of the rod.
But we know we should not exclude.
So when if you are not excluding, then 20 volt is correct. But
Yeah, we should not exclude. We can't.
so my question was that the EMF will change in the whole rod, like
No. EMF is just a potential difference, right? When it is moving, positive charges and negative charges will separate. That's all, right? So average is.
by length. Like if I'm going from 0 to
I understood.
1.
Length, if it is vary, but take from here one point to here point, total is average only we are calculating. So in that rod, EMF will develop this much. That's what we can conclude.
Okay, sir.
Okay, let's see. One more question basing on this formula. We'll see. Maybe there is a useful. This problem you try to solve. Number 5.
Sir, it's blur, sir.
Yeah. Wait. It will come.
Sir, still blur, sir.
Yeah. I can see that. Wait. Okay.
Yes, sir.
A cycle wheel has 12 metallic 12 metallic spokes, each 0.2 meters. Zero 0.2 meters long. It makes 60 revolutions. 60 revolutions in 1 minute. In 1 minute. In a plane. In a plane. Normal to the wait. Wait, no. Normal to the okay. Normal to the Earth's magnetic field. Earth's magnetic field of 0.4 into 10 to the power of -4 Tesla. Calculate induced EMF between axis between axle and the rim of wheel. See the question, read question carefully. A cycle wheel has 12 metallic spokes, each 0.2 meters long. It makes 60 revolutions in 1 second. Okay, 1 minute, sorry, for 1 minute. In a plane normal to the earth magnetic field. So that rings, that spokes are perpendicular to magnetic field. That's what means feel like each and everything is a rod. One of the rod you can feel like that. So all are perpendicular to the magnetic field. That magnetic field they given. Calculate the induced EMF. Suppose they given here, given length equal to 0.2 meters. Length has given 0.2 meters and it makes 60 revolutions. Length is nothing but what? Radius it is. Rim will be like this, right? So if it is the spoke, then its length is 0.2 meters. So it is radius. Feel like it is the radius. So radius of R. What it is happening? It is making 60 revolutions per minute. So frequency equal to revolutions per minute. It makes 60 revolutions in 1 minute. 1 minute means 60 seconds. So here frequency, if you take a 60 by 60, you will get 1 revolution per second. 1 revolution per second. So angular velocity or angular frequency here, omega is equal to 2 pi f. So 2 into 3.14 into 1. So 6.28 angular frequency. Rate per second. Each and everything is revolving 60 revolutions per 60 seconds. So it is nothing but frequency. Frequency means how many number of revolutions completed in 1 second. So basing on that is frequency. Once if we know the frequency, angular frequency, we can calculate omega is equal to 2 pi f or angular velocity we can say. So from this, if you want to calculate linear velocity, v is equal to r omega. So r is equal to 0.2, omega equal to 6.28. So you will get six, 4, 5. .256 meter per second. It is the V. And B given, B equal to how much given? 0.4 into 10 to the power of minus 4 Tesla. T also given. Now see, linear velocity of each and every spoke. How much? The linear velocity of each and every spoke about axis. If you take one of the axis, it is the axis. Now about axis, what is the linear velocity of each and every spoke? Hello? About the axis, it is the axis. It is the axis. Each and every spoke, what is the linear velocity? Anirudh? Anirudh? No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Anirudh.
So my internet is buffering, sir. I didn't understand what you asked.
I didn't understand. Once again.
So my internet is buffering, sir.
Yeah. See. Okay, Kushi.
Yes, sir.
See, these are the spokes, right? Each and every spoke about the axis. It is the axis. Each and every spoke. What is the linear velocity here? About the axis, is there any linear velocity?
No, sir.
Now, no. So V1 equal to 0. Linear velocity equal to 0 about axis or about axial. V2 how much? V2 is nothing but linear velocity of each spoke at the rim. Here, when you are considering the rim, so is there any linear velocity here? Now not axis, you are considering the rim. When you are considering the rim, it having linear velocity, V2 is equal to R omega, right? R omega, that means 1.256. Here at rim, when you are considering the rim, and the spoke and rim both are in the same direction, but it having which velocity? Angular velocity. So linear velocity, if you want to calculate, R into omega, so it is the V2 meter per second. Average will be 1.256 by 2. V average equal to 1/256 by 2. How much will you get? 0.
0.626.
66, huh?
626, sir.
0.626 V average. Now V average we have, B we have, what there are calculator EMF. So induced EMF between axial and the rim of the wheel equal to induced EMF between the two ends of the spoke. So induced EMF between the two ends of the spoke we are going to calculate. Here and here. So that is equal to BLV. L is there, B we have, and velocity, average velocity how to take here. So E equal to 0.4 into 10 to the power of minus 4, L equal to 0.2, V average equal to 0.626. Substitute that. Calculate that, you will get answer. That is volt. See once it makes 60 revolutions so normal to the magnetic field. Calculate induced EMF between axial and rim of the wheel. So on the axial and the rim of the wheel, between these two they are asking us to calculate induced EMF. So I will take what I calculated, the induced EMF between two ends of the spoke. Two ends of the spoke induced EMF. Induced EMF. Two ends of the spoke, here and here. If I calculate, so that is the what question they are asking. Calculate EMF between axial and end of the rim. Axial and rim. So between these two, that means one spoke I took. So what is the induced EMF? That induced EMF is this much. Anirudh?
Yes, sir.
Understand that?
Yes, sir. So the answer is 5.024 into 10 to the power minus 6.
5 point?
Sir, check, sir. I don't know.
Calculate
I
this.
just
0.4
calculated it.
into
5.024 into 10 to the power minus 6.
5.24 into 10 to the power of minus 6, huh?
Sir, 5.024.
So take 5. So 5 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Correct only it is. Minus 4. So first, when they have given this type of question, first we know the length. So length is nothing but radius. After they have given this type of thing. So frequency. Frequency, if you know, angular velocity. Why we have calculated the angular velocity? Because there is a relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. So we can find out the linear velocity. Magnetic field they given. So they are asking us to calculate EMF between axial and rim. So it is one end and second end. Here velocity is 0. Here how much velocity is there? Here second velocity is this much. So average we can calculate. Once if we calculate average, so the induced EMF between these 2 points is believed. Because take it is a rod and it is in the magnetic field, then we can calculate. Okay. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, see you in the next class tomorrow. But everyone should prepare well, please. Next lesson is magnetism and a revision on whatever topics we completed till now. Basing on that, what we will do, we will start the next lesson, or it is better to revise everything, each and every lesson once again. Hello.
Sir,
Please
after finishing the book one, we'll revise, sir.
yeah, that is better.
Sir, we'll finish part 1, sir. Then we'll.
we will again we will start from first. Okay, correct. Once again we will realize. So next lesson I will start. Okay, see you in the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.